guys, today we'll know computer overview. Let's start. Input, process, output, the cutout, hardware and software. Hardware means not that paints and whitewash. Hardware and software. Hardware means repairing the computer and software means downloading Paint. And input, process, output are used. Data, instructions, processes, information. So you can see here, from pages we are doing now this maths means computer science from class 4. So this is for class 4 kids, and watching this input, data, instructions, and then information, input, process and output cycle. So guys, don't be distracted by the sound. Data is a collection of words, numbers, by the sounds and the pictures entered into the computer by the devices. For example, guys, I am telling a real example. For 2 plus 3 is equal to 5, etc. are datas. They do not give useful information. It's easy information and doesn't mean it's useful anyway there. The computer system is made up of input, processing, storage and devices. Input, keyboards, touchpads, access from the user. The central processing unit is a main processing device in a computer. It's placed in the CPU box. It processes data according to the computer system. The CPU is also called brain computer. The computer uses storage devices such as the hard disk, pen drives, CDs, and store its work. Output devices such as the monitor, speakers, printer produce output different forms. Hardware and software. So hardware computer system is made up of hardware and software. Hardware is a physical part of the computer that can touch monitor, keyboard, CPU and printer. All hardware connected with the CPU. So guys, these are the connection with the CPU. And software. Software are the instructions, that programs that makes examples of hardware work. For example, operating programs such as the Word, Tux, Paint, etc. are software. Paint program, software. Do you know in 1936 Russians built a computer that ran on water. It was used on solve problems related to cracks on concrete. The hardware and software must work together in the system to function properly. This is the CPU. So guys, now we'll talk about CPU. A look inside the CPU box. The CPU is an important part of a computer system. The CPU box contains sheet called motherboard. The motherboard acts as the base for the large numbers of electronic items, including CPU. And the motherboard and also problem and conquers the other variables. The CPU, also known as, contains devices information such as the hard disk and CD. CPU, CD device, hard disk inside the CP, fan, CPU, motherboard, central processing of the central CPU. We have also learned in the basic one. Central processing unit is worked up. It's the brain of the computer. As the heading. Bits and bytes. The term was the first software in the use in the Turkey in 1957. And CPU and processing the instructions and making to hardware. The computer works on basis of input and the hardware equal input. And the CPU called the brain of the computer. Hard disk strong with hard disk CPU, ALU, CPU, keyboard. Collections and pictures of different IPO. Lab activity. So this is the interesting point, guys. Lab activity means go to your lab, computer lab or any watch carefully while you open CPU box of computer. Let your teacher allow to show inside CPU box including disk drives, the CPU, motherboard and hardware painted. You can make sketches of these on in your scrapbook. So thank you guys for this information, and we'll soon meet in next chapter of computer science. Thank you very much.